Facebook was giving me a heck of a time going live this morning with their new online producer. So sorry I'm a little bit late. Say to you guys, we are in full-blown online business celebration mode this week, which means that we're pouring into you to help you grow your online business. And so what we're doing is hey Stephanie, we are hosting a series of live streams, and they're 4 days of live streams. They're going to be really quick and really short. And the purpose of these is to help you move forward and to help you know whether or not basically you need more help getting your business off the ground. And we do this because Sweet Life Launch, which is my signature business launch program, has reopened, and it only opens a couple times a year. So we pour into you for about 10 days straight, giving you a bunch of free, really awesome business coaching for the whole entire purpose of determining whether or not you need more help. We want you off the ground. We want your business launched. We want you profitable as fast as possible. And so whether or not you choose to work with us to actually get to that point, we're good with that. We're just here to pour into you. So today is day 1 of 4 days, and I'm going to break up these 4 days into talking about specific tasks that you should be doing based on my business launch system. I have a 4-step, it's really a 3-part, but today we're talking about like a pre-part business launch system that I have worked with thousands of entrepreneurs since 2008 to use this system to launch their business. Why do we need a system? We need a system because there's way too much going on, because life is crazy, and it doesn't matter how much you try, there's always something that happens in your business, especially if you're a mom like I am, like Stephanie is here, on this live stream. And what happens is we get really distracted and super overwhelmed and kind of sad about the fact that your business isn't moving forward. So that's why we need a business launch and development system. And over the years, it's been 12 years since I've been teaching this system, and I'm happy to pour into you guys and give you that too. So again, I'm going to be going live for 4 days straight, really short, because I know you don't have any extra time, and I want you to be able to take these strategies and apply them right away. So today we're talking about the pre-launch phase. So my business launch system is 3 parts. It's design and plan and launch your business. But before that, I think that there's a part of business development that is not talked about unless you are, frankly, unless you're like a busy mom. In this part, or if you have, older kids with things going on like I do now, where you really need to design your life around an active family. And this part, if you don't do this, feel like we need to be talking about this more. It's a pre-business launch phase. This is for those of you guys that are still working your 9 to 5 and you're just thinking about launching your business. You're not possibly sure when you want to even start on that activity. This is for those of you guys who are currently maybe not working full-time and you want to get into a full-time position. You want to create that business and that company for yourself. And so here are a few different tips of things I recommend that you actually be focusing on before you actively start launching your business. And so the very first thing is truly identifying your profit plan. We have to talk about money. Money is an important thing to discuss, even though for women, we tend to kind of run away from that in the other direction. We're like, oh, I just want to launch my business to help people. Well, yeah, of course, right? And help yourself too. There's nothing wrong with money. As a matter of fact, the more money you make, the more people you can help. And so it's really important that we're talking about the structure to actually develop a profitable business. And when we're talking about business here specifically, I'm an online business development expert, and so that's what I specifically discuss. If you want to launch a brick and mortar or an e-commerce type of a store, then that is not my area of expertise. And so let me save you time right now and switch you to somebody else. But if you're launching a service business that has a component of online services and even in-person services, in-person events or different things like that that you're doing, then you are in the right place. And when we talk about profit, you need to actually crunch the numbers. You have to look at the numbers. So task number one, if this is where you are in your business, is to actually sit down and crunch the numbers. How much money do I need to make? And we aren't talking about to move to Tahiti. We're talking about to hit the first benchmark I need to hit to know that this is working and that this is where I'm supposed to be and I'm doing a good job. There are a lot of business coaches out there that are saying, oh, you need to, set your eyes on, the prize. Okay, I totally get that. Yes, that's right. But we have to take it in incremental steps, because sometimes so big when they say, oh, you want to build a 7-figure company. That's so big. It's so far away. It's out of touch from where you are right now. And if you go to do that and build a plan to it, that plan to reverse engineer is way too big and way too long. And there's a really good chance that you're not going to get there. So we want you to look at, okay, hey, do you need to make $75,000 to replace where you are right now? Is it $125,000? And I want you to crunch those numbers. And I want you to look at them and not be afraid to actually look at them. So that's step number one. This is, again, for those of you guys that are in the pre-phase, you haven't really started launching your business yet, and you're working towards that process. You're actually getting your family systems in place. This is part of the thing that a lot of online influencers don't talk about, because if you haven't noticed, the majority of online business leaders don't have kids, or they launched their business successful before they had kids. If you're here in this spot and you're launching a new company and you already have children, how you build your business is totally different than how they built their business. And you need to be able to change those processes. The most important thing that you need to do is, in fact, hey, Jess, hey, Steph again. Hey, Lucas or Marcos. Hi, nice to see you guys. You need to be able to get your family systems in place. It's incredibly, incredibly important. This means block calendar rotation schedule that you should be working each week with your family, talking to your family about what they can expect and what's going to happen when you launch your business, and how that's going to change the dynamics of your every week, of your every day, of your every month. So that's step number two, having open conversations, putting systems in place, and actually getting those systems rolling before you even start the process of launching your business, so you're in this practice mode. You don't want to do everything brand new at once, or it's going to be very, very hard on you. You want to start acting and living as though you're in business launch and development, to make it easier when you actually get into the development processes and figure out what actually works for you with your full-time job or family. And the third thing I want you guys to do is really hone in and choose what it is that you're going to do. I recorded a podcast with Kate McLeod about this. It was about 2 weeks ago on the Sweet Life podcast. And we talked about the difference between picking something you're really good at or picking something that you've never done before. Now, you can launch a business both ways. It doesn't matter. But the easiest way to get off the ground and to be profitable is to do something that you've already done before. Do something that you know how to do, or at least have some skill in that, instead of learning a brand new skill to give results to somebody and building a brand new business. That's super hard. Is it doable? Yes. I would say about half of my clients are launching a new skill and launching a new business at the same time. So it's definitely doable. It's just harder because there's so much to learn, both the service aspect of what you're delivering and learning the tech and all the online entrepreneur ins and outs that you need to do, even marketing and all these other things that are the fun things that we get to learn as entrepreneurs. And so my recommendation is, if you can, you already have, and hone in on something that you're good at. If you don't know what you can do, those of you guys that have been working a 9-to-5 and you've been performing a position in your job, there are so many different skills that you provide in your job that you don't even realize they're special. And so I want you to be realizing that the things that you know how to do, the things that you think are just commonplace, everyday things, do those things. And so if you can teach a skill and you can mentor and lead others to get a result that they need to either save them time, save them money, produce a better end result, save them, sanity, give them peace, help them make more money, then you're gold. Okay. And then the very last thing, I have some notes down here. I wanted to look at this. Oh, yes. Okay. The very last thing I wanted to tell you guys is to organize your ideas. Go way old school. If you don't keep a journal, keep a journal. You can just keep it by the side of your bed. And anytime you have an idea, you're laying in bed and you're thinking about something, jot it down in your journal. It's really important to document because you have so many great ideas and they're coming in and they're going out, right? Because you're super busy and we don't want to lose those. So we need like a filter to catch your great ideas. It doesn't mean that you're going to do them all at once, but having an opportunity to look back at all the ideas you had for a service or a brand or a color, or a logo or a business partner you want to reach out to later, or a magazine you want to pitch to be featured on. That is really, really important. And so keep a journal to do that. The other thing that you can do is you can just keep it on a notepad in your iPhone if that helps you, if you love doing digital things. And so those are the 4 steps that I recommend you dive into for those of you guys that are in this pre-launch business phase. Again, pre-launch means you're not quite ready to launch your company yet. You're not quite ready to actually invest in a business program, but buy a domain URL, but you're thinking about it. And you're going through the process. It's the pre-work, it's the pre-launch. And in the next phase we'll talk about in tomorrow's video, I'm going to give you the exact steps to actually go through and design your business, including your offers and your business model and how to get started through launching your business. But today, I just want you to kind of sit with this and realize that pre-launch is a very important phase in business development that is passed over. And if you pass over it and you don't get systems in place for your family, you don't build a profit plan of what you need to create, you don't organize your ideas, you don't understand actually what you're doing or what you want to bring to market, then that's a very hard way to launch your business without giving yourself permission to process through those things. So that's today's business launch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to learn more about working with me or joining my business launch program, you can cruise over to sweetlifelaunch.com. That program is open right now, only for a short period of time to join. That program is actually only open a couple weeks out of the year, and right now it's open. Anyhow, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live here tomorrow. We'll be talking about part 2 and really diving into, that business model and choosing your offers and how you want to work with people and how to make sure what you're doing is going to make you known in your space. Okay, bye for now. All right, bye live. I'm glad Facebook Live